kdaj je nek medij, ko jo deli, kdaj je nek medij, v katerega ona njega hoče vsrkati in se on skoraj utopi in tako naprej. Skratka, znotraj tega bazena, tudi recimo to, koliko dolžin lahko preplavaš, tekmovalnost, vse se dogaja znotraj tega majhnega sveta bazena in je noro lepo. To je prav taka umetnost tistega, kako z minimalnimi sredstvi narediti ogromno. Cele kadre imaš, cele strani tišine, ki je tako blazno lepo, lirično, samo spostavljena ta atmosfera. In kot sem pač napišel tudi v svoji recenziji zadnjič na delu, da dejansko je toliko močno in barvno in ritmično, tudi recimo ritem je tak, da nekako spominja na plavanje tega celotnega stripa. Blazno gladko teče in te hkrati nekako utaplja. Zelo je fajn. In ti daje res tako občutek, da dejansko na koncu imaš občutek, da imaš v ustih okus po kloru, ko prebereš ta strip. Da je naslov zelo primeren. Tukaj je recimo še ena stran iz tega stripa, kjer je zelo lepo je to izrabljen, da on riše za tablico vse, se pravi vse je digitalno narisan in potem lahko zelo lepo te barve pod vodo, ko so zgolj z obliking, da pride iz črtne linije v eno tako sam silhuetno grafično plosko teh teles pod vodo. In je ful lepo narejen, tukaj je pač ta prizor, ker ga ona ravno uči tehnike, kako naj roko obrne medtem, ko plava. Tukaj pa tudi ta ful lep prizor, ki vidiš po eni strani njo od spodaj in od zgori, kako plava. Skratka, ful lep strip, potem vi se še kaj naprej vprašanj o njem. Vsekakor vsem zelo priporočam, da si ga preberete. Potem je naslednjih par let neverjetno produktivni so te francoske avtorje, da praktično vsako leto izide vsaj ena njihova knjiga. Tlej naštevam samo knjige, ko jih je on delal solo, niti ne naštevam vseh projektov, ki jih je delal skupaj z drugimi avtorji, ki jih je še veliko več. Ampak njegova naslednja samostojna zadeva je bila ta La Boucherie, ki je serija kratkih zgodbic, za katere predvidevam sicer, da so namislene na roko, glede na to sta skizoznačenih kratkih zgodbic o parih, kjer prihaja do izraza in ta nežnost in brutalnost, ki se skriva potencialno v življenju para. Tukaj imaš enega tudi eno pretepe in tako in je taka tudi zanimiva menda kolekcija zgodbice, sem sam pač posamezne bral, tako da ne moram čisto komentirati. Kasneje še ta, amitié étroite. Amitié étroite. Kaj to pomeni? Tesno prijateljstvo.
Tukaj je zelo lepo, ker je še besedna igra zraven. Zadnji od prijateljstva je prvi od étroite.
Od tega, Okay. Super. Tega tudi nisem bral, sem tukaj samo par teh najbolj znanih strani vam potegnil. Zgleda mi lepo, ne vem pa, je pa težko tudi, recimo ni preveden v angleščino, sta dejansko prevedena samo Okus po kloru in Polina, o katerem pa govoril, pa zdaj sem še tega Lestmana prevedel. Ampak ta tudi zgleda precej lep strip, je pa recimo ta ni tako zelo veliko na široko komentiran, ki ni dobil neki strašno velik nagrad. Medtem ko Polina je bil pa spet jaz sem preko Poline sem za Vivesa zvedel, ko sem par let nazaj bil tudi na tem barcelonskem festivalu, so povsod blazno reklamirali to Polino. In jaz sem takrat pač to stvar odprl in gledal te strani, ko jih tukaj vidite pred sabo in sem rekel, da to pa res grozen, kakšne stvari se danes dela. In da to dobiva še neke nagrade in se prevajajo tudi jezike, da je to obupna risba in čist brez veze in tako. In potem, pol bi se na odvriti naše striparne, sem to zagroženo kazal svojemu prijatelju Ilovarju. Par let nazaj mi je Janko rekel, da moramo Vivesa povabiti sem in sem rekel, ni šanse tega diletanta, ne. In potem mi tako pač ta moj kolega Ilovar tako mu kažem to stvar, pa zakaj je to tako in se grozen zgleda? In potem mi pač, na konc večera tako pride Ilovar do meni in kupi to knjigo. Srečo, res, in pol jo donese domov in reče, preber, moraš prebrati, tako je čisto hudo. In pol mi je posodil in sem prebral in sem dejansko ugotovil, da sem se čist motil in da je to mogoče eden najbolj čistih primerov stripovske umetnosti, kar sem jih kdaj videl. Točno zaradi tega, ker je risba tako zelo grda. Zaradi tega, ker večina stripov, ko smo navajeni na njih, da so tako, stripi, ko so nam všeč. Recimo, jaz to dostakrat odprem strip in ko mi je všeč risba, si ga recimo dostakrat kupim na podlagi risbe. Pa se lahko pa kasneje recimo izkaže, da na ravni stripa, recimo Ashley Wood se mi zdi tak primer, kot je recimo, ko je likovno full hud, ampak na ravni stripa v resnici ni bog vedeti koliko dober striper. Niti zgodbe nima dobre, niti same umetnosti prepovedovanja nima ful dobre. Je pa ful likovno močen. Medtem, ker Vivs je pa pač tako, je tudi v resnici je likovno močen, ko vidiš kakšne njegove druge strani. Ampak tukaj je pa tako narejen, da stvar v resnici deluje samo kot strip. Se pravi, ko pogledaš samo risbo, deluje brezvezna, grda in slabo narejena. Medtem, ko začneš brati strip, se vse te slike med sabo sestavijo v blazno detaljirano in hudo pripoved. Skratka, 3/4 stvari se ti zgodi v glavi, točno tako, kot je Scott McCloud rekel, da ne bi pri stripu vse, se zgodi v belinah med slikcami. Skratka, to je res strip, ki ni likovna umetnost, ampak je izključno stripovska umetnost. In to je nekaj neverjetnega. Dejansko nisem še videl stripa, ko bi mu to dobro uspeva. Tako da Polino se mi že zaradi tega fenomena splača prebrati, da pogledate pa rečete, da to je grdo, pa začnete brati, pa rečete, to je ful lepo. In je tako nor ta efekt, da vse se zgodi v glavi, ne? Vse se zgodi med slikcami, nič se ne zgodi znotraj posamezne slikce. Sama zgodba je pa lušna, je pa to taka debelejša stvar od Okusa po kloru, več kot 200 stranima in govori v bistvu o karieri ene mlade ruske baletke, praktično od njega upisana osnovno baletno šolo, od njega 6. leta, pa tam imam feeling, da nekje tam že blizu 30. leta je, ko se konča, pa okrog 25. ko doživi že mednarodne uspehe in jo pač spremlja čez to celotno pač formalno šolanje, pol čez delo v baletnem teatru, potem čez neke pač grupe v tujini in pol na koncu enega tazga solo koreografsko plesnega uspeha. In je fino, mislim, ogromno ima enih ful lepih premislekov o tem, kaj to pomeni iskati svojo pot v umetnosti, kaj pomeni učenje ene tehnike, ko je recimo pri baletu zelo močno, kaj pomeni vedeti, kaj hočeš od umetnosti in tako naprej. Zelo veliko tega se pač dogaja čez Polinin odnos s tem učiteljem, ko ga vidite tukaj ko je nek učitelj iz njene osnovne in potem tudi srednje šole, ki je pač prav ta tipičen ta terorist umetniški, ne? Nekdo, ki te pač blazno pritiska na svoje učence in nekatere tudi zlom in jih odvrne od umetnosti, od plesa, ampak zato, da bi tiste, ko res preživijo, da bi bili zares močni. To pa ima veliko ljudi za umetniško izobrazbo, to izkušnjo teh teroristov, ki pa dostakrat kaj tudi pametnega naredijo. In je zanimiv pač ta cel Polinin odnos z njim, kako se na nek način in je jezna na njega in se opira te njegovi strahovladi in po drugi strani ga poišče v enih ključnih momentih, ko ga uporablja za en tak pobeg, recimo pol od teatra v eno tako bolj umetniško smer. Tako zelo zanimivo in do konca knjige ima skozi z njim en tak ambivalenten odnos. Je zelo lepo, mislim tudi ta komentar na mentore in na idole znotraj umetnosti. Kaj to pomeni in kdaj veš, kaj zares hočeš. Ker to je recimo on dostakrat vprašuje, zakaj hočete plesati? Ne pridi nazaj do mene, dokler ne veste, zakaj hočete plesati. In pol na koncu, ko ona osnuje svojo skupino, se ji neke stvari, ko je on rekel, se ji sestavijo, ampak v okviru njene zgodbe. Ne? In potem v enem intervjuju reče, dostakrat so me sprašali, zakaj hočem plesati, zdaj končno vem. Take zanimive stvari se blazno zgodijo. Zanimivo mi je bilo, da sem kasneje, več nisem vedel veliko Vivsu, pa sem zdaj prišel na njegovo kariero, ne moram verjeti, da je pač praktično na isto leto naredil strip Melone gneva, zdaj so se Joški vrnili, ne, tisti Joški, ko smo jih videli čista prva. Skratka, tako erotično komedijo o eni punci na podeželju v nekem iz prejšnjem stoletju z orjaškimi Joški, ki jo potem ki tukaj, mislim, da ne vem, kaj je že neki spis svojim mlajšim bratcem celo, ali da je čisto tako, kaj da fuck, res. Narisam pa s tem istim skitoznim načinom, kot Polina, prav neverjeten. Potem jo da hoče nekih zdravnikov peljati in jo tam, da jo to preučujejo in jo pa začnejo še zdravniki množično posiljevati. Tako prav, da je ena taka zafrakancija iz konvencij pornografije. Ne znam si čisto predstavljati, kaj to je, to bi rad enkrat prebral, pa da bomo še kaj vprašali o tem stripu. To sem zadnje zdaj tudi videl, da je bilo prevedeno v španščino, take kratke knjigice na tematike, recimo tematiko družine, tematiko ljubezni in tako naprej. To so take mehne kratke knjigice, kratkih zgodbic ali pa skoraj da vinjet. O teh zadevah in zadeva, ko je pa zdaj, ko je pa najbolj vroča in ki se dogaja pač v zadnjih 2 letih v Vivsovi karieri, je pa to, da riše tega Lastmana, ki je en projekt, ki ga dela v povezavi z drugima 2 mladima avtorja, z Balakom in z Mikaelom Sanlavijem. Eden od njih, mislim, da Balak je neka prav zvezda v svetu videoigrc. Ta drug pa ne vem že kaj, odkot je dogajati znana, je pa tudi nek scenarista. Tako da skratka, oba sta tako zelo močna vsako v svoji profesiji in potem so skupaj pač naredili ta strip, ki je pa tako zelo resno komercialno zasnovan. To je pač strip, ki naj bi kukar imitiral japonsko mango, ki bo imel na koncu 12 delov. Zdaj trenutno je menda zunaj celo že 6 delov, ki jih menda lahko v francoščini digitalno berete, to online, če se res nisem vedel, tako da ga nisem mogel pogledati. V angleščino so prevedeni, sedih, kar prevaja že 3. del, tako da je to tak mednarodni uspeh. Imajo pa avtorji tako v načrtu narediti tie-in k seriji še animacijo in še videoigrca. Skratka, tako orto-komercialen projekt, ki je pa zdaj recimo na zadnjem petindvajsetem festivalu dobil nagrado za najboljšo serijo leta. Tako da očitno je tudi nekako kritiško priznan. Zgleda tako, to je recimo ena zadeva, ko je meni vizualno je recimo lepša od Poline ali pa od teh zadev. To malo mi spominja na Korto Malteze ali pa tako, je taka lepa stilizirana risba. Osnovna zgodba gre pa, kakor sem pač uspel razbrati iz teh tabel, ko sem jih dobil pa iz Wikipedije, pa tako, gre za to, da očitno obstaja nek tak mal magičen svet, tako ali iz teh Hunger Games ali pa kaj tazga, kjer imajo neke gladiatorske igre, kjer se kar naprej tepejo na svetu, ljudje znajo še neko magijo in tako, in pa se pač prikaže nek ta tujec, ko potem tekmuje v teh igrah in vse premaguje, in to brez uporabe magije, ampak samo z borilnimi veščinami, in pa je tam še nek fantek, ki mu nekako pomaga in s katerim skupaj sodelujete. Tako, ena taka res čist fantazijska zadeva, me prav zanima, kako to resnici spadne, in zelo velik pač mednaroden uspeh očitno. To je to, kar bi imel pač za zdaj v bistvu za pogled povedati, in v bistvu vse, kar trenutno res o njem tem. Ostalo ga bomo pa zdaj vprašali, ko ga še ta hip pokličemo. Hey, you can hear me now, right?
What?
You can hear me now?
Yes, it's good.
Okay, great. How are you today?
Very good.
What are you doing? Are you drawing anything?
No, I just play video game. No, today I play video game a little, but I work. I work on the video game of our books, Last Man. I work on the video game.
Okay. So the video game for that is already getting made?
Yes, we are at the end, and we are... Yes.
Great. When will it be released?
It'll be... I think September or October, maybe. We have to talk with Microsoft, and it's a little complicated, but we will go after holidays.
Okay, great, cool. Oh, Bastien, I just wanted to tell you, like you asked, we have a translator here with us.
Okay, great.
We have a translator, so she's well versed in translating from French to English and everything. So if you will need anything, just say so. You know, like anytime you need it, just tell us. Great.
No problem.
So I've been telling people a little bit about your career. So I wanted to ask you first, when did you start drawing? I imagine very early, since a lot of your family was in the arts.
I think like you and like all the people who draw. I think people who draw don't stop to draw, they just continue. And for me, I continue when I was young, I was always thinking that I will be a drawer. I was in school, I write for my future career, I don't know, work, for my future work, I was a drawer. And I just wanted to draw on my school and studies, and at the end of the study that I begin to do a little comics, but I never do comics before. Just at the end I begin, but I always draw since young.
But how did you get into comics then?
Because I was in a school of animation, a school called Gobelin. It's at Paris, and in this school I learned things from the cinema. We have some lesson of cinema, how to tell story, and I said to me, I said to me, I don't want to do animation because I was really shit in animation. It was really difficult for me. And I said, okay, I know a little how to draw, and I want to tell story. Comics is the best, and I begin with that.
Cool. But I think it shows, like in your comics, I can see a lot of this animation sort of.
Yes. It's really cinématographique. La mise en scène est très cinématographique.
Yeah. What's the translation for la mise en scène?
Yeah, sorry.
Postavitev na sceno. Scenografija.
Okay.
Don't know in English.
Cool. So yeah, I saw it, but like your first successes, like you first became known through this very strange comic about a penguin online.
Yeah, you know this? It's come to Ljubljana? No, it's impossible.
But what this? It seems very strange when I compare it to your later work.
Because when I was a student, I always be bullied, bullied, just all the people just, je vais le dire, I will say in French because it's difficult to teach, okay? Quand j'étais étudiant, je me faisais un peu, pas martyriser, mais je me faisais un petit peu castagner à l'école, et je dessinais dans mon coin, et très vite, en fait, j'ai créé ce personnage de pingouin après quand j'étais étudiant pour me moquer des gens qui me cassaient la gueule, quoi.
Ok.
C'était quoi cette dernière partie, s'il vous plaît?
Could you just repeat this last part?
Okay. I just say that when I was a student, I always draw, and I was not the best guy in the classroom. And there is always this group, and they messing with me. I don't know, and I just make this penguin just for making fun of them. Just for and I draw because I got my little crew. We were making roller and skate, and I just at the beginning I have created this character, this penguin, and it's just making fun. And at the end, I like this character. I like a lot, and I make 2 books with that. And it was my first step in illustration and comics.
Cool. And like your second thing was already L, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But L was already published with Casterman, I saw, which is like a very good publishing house.
Yeah. I don't know anything about comics. All the marketing stuff, all the publishers. I don't know anything. I just have this story. I go to see the 5 big ones that I know. I didn't know all the independent or underground comics, and now I will go to them. But I go to Casterman and Delcourt and Dargaud, all the big publishers in France. And Casterman say yes to me because I were searching about a young author. And I go with Casterman, and I'm with my publisher now too. Didier Borg is a great publisher, and I make a lot of all my big books in Casterman. I'm making with him.
The editor. Yeah.
Yes, my editor. And L was the first. And after I make a lot of comics because I draw fast. I draw fast, and I'm making just draw all the day. I have time to make comics.
How many hours a day do you draw?
When I was at the study, I got no girlfriend, all these things, and I just draw. And I don't know, for the 10 a.m. at 2 or 3 the morning. Yes, I was just drawing. And now I'm a little bourgeois. In French, it's called bourgeois. and yes, just that.
And how fast do you? I mean, how many pages do you draw in one day?
When I was making L or books like this, I have to make 2 pages by day. When I was making Le Goût du Kloru, the one in the swimming pool, yes, I'm making 4 pages of this by day. Yes, but it was just because it's not very complicated. There are just two characters on the page, and it's not very complicated to do. And after, when I make, I don't know, Polina or things like that, it was a little bit complicated with all the dance thing and all the. And for that, I make I don't know, one page a day.
That's still a lot, yeah. I know, like some of the best authors.
It depends. It depends how you work, because I don't know, Lewis Trondheim. I don't know if you know him. It's a good author in France, and he make 8 pages by day. It's
really? Wow.
Yes. Because there are. It depends on the how you draw.
Yeah. With Louis Trondheim, it's more reasonable because he has this very, very sketchy character.
Yes.
And I think Sfar also draws really fast, huh?
Yes, but I don't know. If I didn't draw, I just write. He just making that. Yes, but it's really fast.
Yeah. Cool. So I wanted to your next book was Le Goût de Chlore, and I really loved it.
Yeah.
I only just read it now recently, and I was amazed how good it is, how good you are at making this atmosphere of the public pool come alive. Yeah. And somebody told me that our translator here told me that who read some French interviews that it was partly based on a personal experience.
I don't like the autobiography stuff or biography stuff. For me, it's not a good thing to do in comics or in art in general. For me, it's just that you can make personal things, but you have to change name, you have to change something, and don't be just personal thing. You have to create characters and making grow. I drew this girl, and this girl is not a girl that I found. It's inspired by a girl that I know, but she didn't say that. It's just I make my own story, and it didn't happen. I don't know a girl in a swimming pool. It's just that I was in love with a girl, and one day I go to a swimming pool and I say, maybe if I pick this girl in a swimming pool, how it will be, and it's a better thing to do, to make a distance from your character is better. Like this, I don't know, people can say that your book is a shit and not your life is a shit.
Yeah. It's true.
It's better for continue to do comics.
Cool. But it's beautiful. I like it a lot. I like the whole metaphors you have in there as well, with the water connecting them and separating them, and beautiful.
It's not very complicated to read in French. There is just little text. It's not, yes, it was.
Yeah, but it's very good at creating the atmosphere. It really gives you this taste of chlorine in your mouth.
Okay. Thanks.
And were you surprised when it was so successful? It won the Révélation Award.
Yeah, because I have finished this book 1 year before it was published. 1 year before it became published, and I just I was in other book. I was at the end of Dans mes yeux. It's another one I draw in a color pencil, and it was it was really a really cool thing, because when I published Goût du Chlore, they got a little success, and all the editor, all the journalists know that I was here. And I comics, and it's a better thing to continue to make comics. In French, it's c'est plus confortable.
Yeah. It's easier to do. Yeah,
it's easier.
Удобнее, легче.
Great. So then it took you. Then like your next really big international success was Polina, right?
Yeah. It was a little after. Goût du Chlore was very was a short story, just emotional story. I don't know. And Polina, it's a little bigger. We got a girl for this. She got 4 years at the beginning. She's 30 at the end. It's a bigger story. For me, I think
How old is she
I
at the end?
prefer.
How old is she at the end?
30.
30. Ah, okay.
Yeah, she's older, and it was now I prefer just for I prefer Polina than du kloru. I prefer this book because it's more I don't know emotionally it's better, I think, because the other one was really léger. I don't know how I would say léger in English.
Relaxed.
Léger.
Yeah.
It was relaxed, easier, more easygoing.
Yeah, more relaxed, more easygoing.
Yeah, and I think Polina it's better just for me, and I prefer read Polina. I don't know if it's because in Le Goût du kloru there is this girl, then I was in love, and now I hate her, and now I prefer read Polina because Polina is a good friend of me, and I like very much this girl, and I don't know if for that reason, but
yeah. I thought what was interesting, because like Le Goût du kloru is like very much written from a male perspective, you know. It's very much like this girl is sort of unattainable, and he's constantly wondering what's going to happen and so on. And then in Polina, you have this same sort of guy who comes up to Polina, you know, that guy, what is his, Dimitri? Who comes up to her at the end, and he's like really, I want to be with you, but I'm not sure, and he's, you know, he's the same sort of guy who's like the main character in kloru. and she's completely, you're completely on her side, not on his,
and now you understand that I was, all my life I've got problem with girls. It was very complicated because you can't just have you can't just see a girl and say, she's the greatest. I don't know. It doesn't work. And I think Polina is okay. I like girls, and I want to draw them. And I think it's a better thing that she's the principal, the main character.
Not just the object.
Yes. The main character. I prefer drawing girls because I'm not making an avatar from me. I'm not making just a guy, and I have my guy vision, and it's not very interesting. I prefer draw main character girls, and I think it's better.
I thought this was like very, very well done in Polina, because usually lots of men find it hard to write female characters, whereas in Polina you totally believe her. You can totally see this sort of girl.
Yes, because it is different from me, and she can do what she wants, and it's really cool. And if I make a guy, there's always this creepy situation. I don't know. I'm just making a lot of myself, and it's not good for the story.
Can I ask you why you chose dancing for?
Yes, because I want to talk. When I begin to do Polina, I wanted to talk about art, about the knowledge. When you get a professor, student, I want to talk about that, art, knowledge, and I want to talk about beauty. Elegance, I don't know.
Elegance.
Elegance, yeah. And it was this thing. For the art, me, I know how to draw, and but I was thinking that someone drawing, it's not very interesting in story, and it's not very good. And I said, okay, I have to choose another art. I can express all my story, and I was thinking about theater and maybe sports, some sport, and I think about the dance. And dance was really cool because it's an art. It's we've got the same problem that people who draw. It's the same question: how you can express an emotion? How can you? I don't know. It's the same problematic. I just say, okay, all my drawing experience I'm making with the dance, and I didn't know anything about dance, but I just making the same question that I'm asking myself when I was drawing, and all the people who were dancing say, I got the same question. And I think for the people who do art, have a passion, it's really the same question all the time. And
trying to find your own path and
yes, it's all the same. All the teacher who ask to you have to find yourself, you have to create something. It's not mathematics, you don't have something just, it's not mathematics stuff. You have to create, you are alone to and it was the same, and I just asked for help just to draw the girl. I've got a friend of mine she's a dancer, and she said, okay, you have to change this, just for have a story, and it's could just the drawing when I was drawing the ballerina. Say, okay, now this one is not good, it's not good.
So she helped you like mostly with the poses and the
yes, all this stuff. Yes, because classical dance is really straight.
Yeah.
And when I was just dancing modern things, you can dance what you make the pose you want. It's not a problem.
Did you use any models?
No. YouTube is my best friend. YouTube, yes, it's really cool. I watch a lot, but I watch also a lot of documentary on the stuff, and it's really important just to look. I like when there is when the person dance, the ballerina dance, and she's incredible, and when she stops, she's really heavy. She returns to be a human, very heavy, and for all this stuff, a documentary is perfect to sensation. And I go to see a ballet one time.
Cool. Did you ever see this film by Robert Altman, The Company?
No, but my mom is a great fan of Robert Altman. I see a lot of his movie, but The Company I didn't see it.
But this one it's about dancing. It's sort of like a It's also really nice. Yeah.
Cool. I have to see it.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting, and especially like the whole relationship you open up between discipline and expression.
Yes, and it was really important for me to talk about this subject. It was really important to talk about this, and when you make a book, you just have to ask you not I want to create a story, and it will be this character. You have to find something bigger. You have to just to have it in mind. And for me, it was this thing: the discipline, the heart, all the question you ask yourself, and after I begin to create the characters and all this stuff. So just like, but I don't know. Just you understand good when I'm talking about English, when I'm talking English, or it's a problem?
No, I think it's good. Is everybody satisfied with his English? Yeah. I think it's easier also if we do to just have our translation. Because otherwise it will take a long time to.
Because I know that I speak very bad, and it was just to be okay. It's good. You understand it.
We understand what you want to say. I think perfectly. So it's okay.
Thanks.
I wanted to ask you, like, also, like in your first comics, like in Punjira Kyle and in L, you draw you draw in a more detailed way, you know, like more details, more classical and so on. And like Polina is really sketchy. It's like croquis, you know, it's like very fast and very like in some cases you don't even draw the eyes. There's just like a face even without the eyes and so on. And I wanted to know how come you developed this, because like my confession that I told to the audience before, when I first opened Polina, I thought it was horrible, you know. I looked at it and I was, oh my god, this is just croquis, you know. And only later when I read it, I saw how good it was, you know. Because it suddenly, when you read it, when everything connects into a movie, it's beautiful, it's fantastic. But it's also, for me, it was very radical. I have never seen a comic that would be so minimal, so croquis, you know.
Yeah, because a lot of people think that comics it's drawing and it's illustration. Comics is not illustration. You can have a really bad draw, I don't know, but if it's work, it's a good draw for comics. And for me, when I was beginning, I just proved myself. Okay, I'm a good drawer. I want to show everyone that I know how to draw. I don't know, a car, a girl, a street. I don't know. And for the beginning, you do that. And after, when you begin to making comics, to study comics, to read comics, you realize that we don't need all the information in one draw. You have to choose. When I don't draw the eyes, it's because I don't need this information. I draw only the things that serve my story. Because when it's really important when you see someone very far, you don't see his eyes or his hand or things like that. You just see the guy, and when I draw, it's like this. Because when you read the comics, you read very quickly, and you have to check all the information and go, and you can read and have pleasure to read the comics that you need to wait long on the picture. You have to wait long. It's really complicated because you lose the experience of comics. You just watching illustration and the story don't get it, and I think it's a bad thing. I like when someone told me, I like your book, I read it in 10 minutes. I said, oh great, it was a good book, because you read very fast and you understand all of these things. When I do comics, the most important things for me is visibility. Visibility and the information. If I have the visibility and emotion, if I have all these three things, and I think, okay, my drawing is good, I can go to the next page. And if I have, there is, for example, there is a lot of comics artists, they make a good drawing, a good academic drawing or a good drawing. But, it's a good drawing. But when you read it, you say, it's not very good because I don't understand some of the things, and they don't want to erase it and make, okay, I have to do another drawing because I passed a lot of time on this drawing, and I want to keep it because I think for myself it's a good drawing. And it's for that the School of Animation teach me to you don't have to fall in love of your drawing and just drawing. Okay, I have to pass another one and go quickly. But okay, this drawing works. All right, I continue.
Yeah, you can change them if you don't spend so much time on it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought it was like really cool because I'm used to looking at comics like this, like partly also with illustration, you know? Looking at it, and then you open up a comic and you really like the drawing, the illustrative part of the drawing, and okay, I'm gonna buy this is nice, you know? And then you go and read it, and you're, okay, it's really a crappy comic, but okay, I like the drawing.
Because
with yours, it's just, it's pure comics, yeah.
Yes, even in France, there is a lot of people who say that I don't draw very well, and it's things like that. But I think the next generation, our generation, know how to read this type of comics. for example, when I show my comics, I don't know, for another person who don't know how to read it, say, I don't understand why he drew this so bad, or why it's and I think for the next generation it will be easier to read all this type of comics. And it's not.
No, I think it's great. I think it's like really it's the sort of comics that I think like Scott McCloud would approve on, you know.
Okay.
Because he's very like he talks about this a lot about, you know, if you give someone too much information, you know, too realistic drawing, it stops the flow, you know.
Yeah. It's really, when you make a you know, when you are in the art school and you make a nude drawing.
Yeah.
And a good new drawing is not when you, I don't know, you don't have time to do all the foot, the legs, I don't know, when you have the pose, okay, I like the eyes and I like the end, okay, I draw the eyes in the end, and after, I don't know, I will draw it later. I don't finish, and just if you have got these two information, it will be a drawing.
I saw a video online. I was actually going to show it here today to the audience, but I now realized that I forgot. I saw like a video, but you can check it out at home. It's a really nice video that shows how you are drawing. I think it shows you making some panels from Polina, where I could see that you actually draw in this way. You just start drawing like the eyes, and then a hand, and then something else, and then put it and it's all done digitally, right?
Yeah. I all work digitally. It's because it's complicated for me to draw very little and to draw very big and to draw in a square. It's very complicated, and with the computer it's no problem because you don't have you are not afraid to miss something. You don't have, you are not afraid to rater, I don't know, to do a bad drawing.
Rater, pokvariti.
Okay.
Okay, and with computer you are not afraid, and you can just draw like this, and for me I can do comics on paper now.
But what, like the comics that you did, the ones that look like they're done with color pencils?
Yes.
Like najbolj and so on?
But I could make this because I've got the same point of view all the time, and I drew the girl the same size all the time. It was not a problem for me, and if you look the originals, it's just one drawing by pages, and after I make them together. It's just one. Yes, it's just one drawings by pages for this comics.
And this was done by hand?
By?
This was by hand, not by computer.
Yes, by hand.
And then you put
with
together
pencil, with color pencil and all this stuff.
And then you
because
put
I wanted to tell me, okay, I'm an artist, I can do it, and I like to the color pencil.
It's beautiful. I like the effect. Yeah, one more thing I wanted to ask you. Like practically immediately after Polina, and I was discussing this with the audience now, you made this comic called Le Melon de Colère.
It's my best one.
Which is like completely out of the blue, I think, for a lot of people. Like
I was thinking, I've got a lot of success with Polina, and I think it's the perfect time to do my porn comics. Because I think that all the people who have liked Polina are going to buy this. It will have a good audience, a good public, and I make it. When Polina comes, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months later, there was Le Melon de la Colère. And it was really fun.
And this was published with Le Rackham Marteau, right?
Oh, yes. A really good publisher and a really good collection. All the books in this collection are quite good. And for me it was a child dream to do my porn comics. I was just drawing girls and big tits all the time, and when I was making comics for real, I didn't draw that, and I thought, okay, I've got this opportunity, but I will do another book like this. I don't know if you, yes, I want, because it's really cool to do. It's a good recreation. It's a good
exercise. No.
Yes, it's not an exercise. It's like when you are in school and okay, you can in récréation. I don't know.
Odmor. It's the break between classes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a break.
Okay. I passed 1 month or 2 months on this, and it was really cool. And they told me, okay, I told to myself, okay, I have to do a porn comics. I say, okay, I'm making my own pornographic. I choose, like, I put big dicks, big tits, all the things that I like, and all the I don't know, the peasant things. It's in farm with all things, and it was really cool to do. And I don't make the pornography stuff that I say, okay, people will like this. Okay. I take this, and I don't know, there's 3 or 4 guys who say, oh, okay, I love very much this book, but you have to have a pornography a little like me to really appreciate these books.
Yeah, it's your personal fantasy directly.
Yes. And it's really important to have this rapport,
relationship.
Yes, this relation with the books.
Well, I mean, if you look at like guys like Robert Crumb, he also draws only his own fantasies.
Yes. I mean, he's a really good drawer, and I think Robert Crumb is the best for me. It's the best thing that he do when he draw pornographic or girls or things like that. So it's really cool, and it's that I prefer in Crumb.
Yeah, I like those a lot. I actually had like a lecture here about pornographic comics about a couple of months ago, and I wish I'd known about yours as well, because I think this is the sort of like liberating pornographic, not exploitative pornographic comics, but like a good liberating pornographic comics. Cool. The latest thing you're involved with is this project called Last Man, right? The one we were talking about before, and this is a collaboration with 2 other authors, right? Balak and Michael. Yeah. And they are what are they? They are both script writers, or
no? We are making these books all together, all 3. It was Balak and Michael was friend of mine when we were in the school animation of Dobil, and we are making like mangaka, like Japanese manga.
Yeah.
And just before Last Man, I have made the books with Rupert et Milo, who are a great author, and we are making a book with 3, and with 3 we were 3 to making these books, and I think it's a really good thing to be in team to make. Now I don't. For me, it's really important, and I think in France, we all see the comics that it's one guy or 2 guys just making comics. And I think it's better when you are a team, because you can go faster, you have more ideas, you have good drawings. It's a really cool emulation between you and your friend. It's a really good thing, and we are making this manga. Me by my own, I can never make this manga like this.
But how do you split the tasks?
I am on the story a little, because I don't know, when I say I'm on the story, I'm the writer. It's just that I came up. I said, okay, for this volume they will fight and fuck, and after they okay, it's just that, okay. It's really small thing, and after we talk a lot, like American American writers for the series.
Yeah, where they have like the writer's room and they pitch ideas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are making that all three, and after Balak make the storyboard, and after Michael and me, we are making the drawing.
Okay, so Balak makes the storyboard and you guys draw.
Yes.
How do you guys split the drawing? How do you both draw together?
No problem, because I was drawing with him when I was in school of animation, and we choose a style that we are all together. That match very well, and it's not a problem. But I think for the drawing and all this stuff, the problem is to keep the mind on the story, because we have got a lot of characters, a lot of situations, a lot of things, and it's really important that just one guy have to deal with the storyboard, because the storyboard is the most important thing in comics, and after it's just that you make the drawing a little better, but it's really important, and for this stuff, me is the thing that I prefer making storyboard, but I say, okay, Balak, you have to make it, because he's a great storyboarder, and like this is all the time is with the storyboard, and he's got an eye on it, and it's really making a real good job, and we are on the 8th volume now.
You're in the 8th volume, wow. We're really fast. Yeah. So how many pages do you draw in 1 month? How many pages do you do in 1 month, you three together?
1 month? I don't know, but we have to make 20 pages a week.
Wow, okay.
Yes, but we are two.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, we are making the 20 pages. Now we have just. So we are we are making 10 or 15 pages a week, but it's cool. It's just that it's a problem in France that when you make serial things, you make the first volume and you have to wait 2 years between the. You have to wait 2 years. And the second volume, yes, and it's really a big problem.
It's that long. I thought it was faster, like this serial stuff in France.
No,
it's like one a year or
maybe 1 year, but it's just to have 50 pages, and it's a big problem, I think, for the popular stuff. Because when you are making author stuff, okay, you can make your own book and and take 8 years for making your 200 pages. Okay, no problem. The book, leave alone. And for the popular things, the adventure stuff, or for the boys and for the girls, it's really complicated to have the first volume and to wait 2 years.
Yeah, of course.
Boy is just yes, it's really complicated.
Yeah, here you really went for the Japanese model. Yeah, in
yes,
everything. Not just in the style, but also in the way you make the story, in the theme, the way it comes out, everything.
Yeah, and when you see in France, there is a really good comics like Asterix. Asterix in one of the best, and some Spirou or Gaston, all that stuff. But for the popular thing, we didn't do other stuff very good. I don't know. There is just Asterix and Spirou, and after it was very shitty things in popular comics. And the Japanese making really, really good comics, popular, but they don't have the good author book. Like there is one, Matsumoto is a really great Japanese author, but I think the manga is the best format. It's the best thing to do with to tell popular stories.
Okay. Cool.
Yes,
Great. No, I haven't had a chance to read it because I could have to get the English version, so I can't comment on it. But I'd like to read it. I have to get my hands.
Yes, it comes in US now.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, they're making like the third book now.
It's cheaper than the French version. Yeah, it's better.
But the French version is available in the digital format online.
not now. At the beginning, it was just a pre-publication. It was just yes. But now it's not online. It's now it's the comics, the digital comics it's not in France. It's not very developed. It's not very
developed. Yeah.
Just say the books is again the first when you make your comics.
Have you tried marketing Last Man in France, in Japan as well?
Yeah, but Japanese is really complicated with them because I'm not Japan. I'm not and they told us, great, you make manga, but you are not Japanese and we can't publish you in Japan. It's really complicated with them, but we are trying to make story with them, but it's there are all the. We were thinking it was really free and you can make all that you wanted. You have just to be make a good story and be clear, and you have, but it's really complicated to making story with Japanese people. Yes, but we are published in Korea, and Korea I think it's the next Japan.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Korea is really cool, and now if you want to be in Japan, you have to pass by the Korean people and then the Korean publisher making them digitally and give to Japan. And now we are like that, making digitally and go in Japan. And before that, because the Japanese manga, it's not digital. They lose the turn of the digital Japan.
Okay, interesting. Cool. Okay, I think I'm going to turn you over to the audience so they can ask something as well.
Okay.
So I'll open the floor if anybody has questions for Bastien. Maybe our translator, who I know, has a question. Yeah?
Yes, I do.
Can you hear her?
Hi.
Oui, j'ai une question. Polina, le nez de Polina est noir. Pourquoi?
Redis-moi, parce que je t'entends pas très bien avec le micro.
Bon, le nez de Polina, son nez,
oui,
est noir. Pourquoi?
Ouais.
Okay, just translate the question. Yeah.
Zakaj je nos od Poline črn?
Okay, because the girl, parce que la fille qui m'a inspiré pour Polina, elle avait le nez rouge en fait. Et vu que je fais du noir et blanc, il fallait que je choisisse si je dessine soit blanc ou soit noir. Et vu que la première scène, c'est plein de petites filles qui étaient à côté en culotte, il fallait que Polina sorte du lot et je lui ai fait ce petit nez noir.
Okay. Dekle, po kateri sem dobil navdih za Polino, je imela rdeč nos. In ker sem delal Polino v črno-beli tehniki, sem se moral odločiti med črno in belo, in zato sem v prvi sceni, kjer je več deklet na kupu, moral nekako izločiti Polino, zato sem ji pač naredil črn nos.
You know, I thought so, because when I was reading Polina, I just thought, a couple of people asked me that, and I said, well, she looks like the sort of girl, you know, like the really petite girl who has like this really thin nose, which is always a little bit red, yeah?
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, it's also a really nice way to differentiate her. Cool. Does anybody have a question for Bastien? Kar po angliško, po mojem se bo slišal, ja.
I was interested how much, when you said you were making the kloru, the taste of chlorine, you said you were swimming. Did you make sketches there, study people, how they act? Because it's really well made, how the poses and how people move and everything is feels really real. It doesn't feel like
invented.
Yeah.
Could you hear that?
Okay, I understand a little because the sound was not very good. But he asked to me, how can I draw? If I draw people in live?
It was about Le Goût de Chlore. when you were drawing people swimming. The audience asks. He says that they look like really real, like they were really swimming. All of the poses are right. And I talked to him. He said that he used to train swimming, you know, and it's very real. Yeah.
When I was in school of animation, I was always drawing people making sports or making activity because I was passionate by the movement, how they move, and the sport is really good for that because we are the guy making always very precise move. It's really important. And when I was, when I was watching TV, like I was watching Roland Garros or tennis or things like that, I was drawing this type of. I was drawing TV, the tennis on TV, and for that I think I'm good with that. To just draw very quickly a movement, and I think for the swimming you have just to be careful with two poses. There are just when they're making crawl. It's just that the arm and the legs are opposite. It's just that if you have there is just two rules. I think when you are there's just two rules to be, and you can draw them very easily. Just you have to check the arms and the legs are. Like people when someone running, just the right arm and the left legs is in front, and it's just this type of thing. And after it's just because when you like something, it's easy to draw it. I don't know. I don't like boats or shoes. And when I have to draw shoes, it pisses me off because it's really complicated. When I was for me the most complicated things is for a moment it was drawing car. It's really complicated, and architecture. And I don't like architecture. It's not a thing that I like. And it's always really complicated. It's for that in my comics, all the people mess with me, joke with me because I don't draw the foreign, the background. I don't the background. It's just because someone say, okay, I don't want to draw it because I don't like this. I think for the guy who asked me this question. It's just, I don't know, maybe if you don't like swimming pool or natation, don't draw that. Draw other things. Choose another activity to be in your comics. No.
Cool. Although, there is this one part in Polina where I was amazed, when she first comes to the theater, you have 2 pages of just architecture.
Yes, I was obligated to for the beginning. I think when you do comics, I prefer to make I have to do a good background. I do the good background in the first picture, and that's I do it. Now I can write my story and then don't. And Polina is always like this. I make a good background. It's done. Now I can draw my character. I can draw my stuff.
Now you can already imagine this is the background you should imagine in the next 20 pages.
You understand?
Cool. Anybody else? A question for Bastien? No? Okay, I guess we have no more questions.
Okay. I hope I was a little clear, and I hope it was.
You were very clear. Yeah, we could understand you well. It was good and very interesting. At least for me. So seriously, this is last chance, last call. We have one more.
Yes, so I'd like to ask, in case of Polina and Taste of Chlorine, as we already saw and as you explained, you really opted for a very, very simplified, very stylized way of drawing. Very minimalist, you might also say. So I just like to know if you ever, when you are drawing in this kind of style, do you have to hold yourself back, not to keep this the drawing so minimal, or do you ever feel like you would want to add a little bit more of detail, and do you ever have to control yourself not to get carried away, not to really put too many details and things that don't really add anything that's not really necessary to the drawing? So that's the question.
Could you hear that?
No, I don't understand the end.
Okay, the question was, when you draw in this very minimalist style, do you have to control yourself and hold yourself back so you don't add more detail? Are you tempted to add more detail?
No, because if I just listen I just draw more faster and more with I do it in French, this one. Si j'avais à m'écouter, je dessinerais encore plus vite avec moins de détails. Et c'est juste qu'à un moment je me dis, s'il y a des gens qui vont lire cette BD, il faut que ce soit un minimum compréhensible pour eux, donc c'est pour ça que j'essaye de faire des dessins plus plaisants.
Če rišem hitro in je manj detajlov, bo to za bralce bolj razumljivo in lažje berljivo.
Cool. Okay, we got it. Great.
It's just like this, and I always pass time on the things that are really important for me. For example, when I say that I was making one page Polina by day, 1 or 2 pages. I remember just a drawing of Polina. I passed, I don't know, maybe 2 days or 3 days just on this drawing. It was when she was crying at the phone. In the story, she was crying. Yeah. It's really difficult to make people crying because when you have just one picture and it seems like the girl, someone is happy, and it's really complicated to make a good crying drawing. Yes, and I say I passed 2 days on it.
Okay.
Yeah. When you begin to do comics, you realize there are some things that you can't draw. I don't know if you realize that. If you draw someone who I'm making that in French. C'est comme dessiner quelqu'un qui fait semblant de dormir. C'est impossible à dessiner.
Nemogoče je narisati nekoga, ki spi. Zelo težko narisati.
Okay, yeah.
And you have to do a lot with the storyboard. If you don't arrive to making a drawing, it's 90% chance that your storyboard is not good. I think.
Cool, but that's interesting about the picture with Polina crying. It's a scene like in the story where her boyfriend leaves her. She's calling home to tell it. Huh? Yeah. I mean, he's basically leaving her. She calls home to say, "I'm coming back. I want to be with you again." And she sees that he's already with another girl. And there's just one panel where she hangs up, and there's like a single tear going down her cheek. And it's a really powerful panel. Yeah. So great, interesting to know. Yeah.
And for this, it is really complicated. And for that, I'm making 2 days to have a good drawing.
Great. Okay, thank you very much, Bastien. This was really.
Thank you for the
invitation.
La rencontre, pour la rencontre.
Okay, the opportunity. Great. Okay, we'll just turn this around for 1 second, so you can get away from the audience.
Yeah. You're making all comics here.
Okay. Pozdravte si, Bastiana.
And you are all making comics?
Huh?
You are all making comics? All the people here?
No, only some of them yes, but not everybody. Yeah. So some are just fans.
Okay, good. And there are not my books in Ljubljana?
We now have a comic book shop, and we have we only have them in English because not so many people can read French. So we have the taste of Le Goût de Chlore and Polina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I think we'll order Last Man as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Cool.
Well, hope to come one day I go to Ljubljana years before.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes. I was making a trip in bike within the Italia, the north of Italia, and I come to Ljubljana. But it was cool. One day I will come back.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't know you were here. Great. And I'm really sorry I missed you. Yeah, now in Barcelona, I saw you from afar.
No problem.
Like next time we have to have a drink. Yeah.
Okay, with pleasure.
Cool. And yeah, the next time when we have a festival, I'll write you again. Maybe we can invite you. Okay. Great. Thank you so much, Bastien. I'll write you a number later on to thank you properly. But really, thank you for now.
Yeah, thanks a lot, you too.
Bye, good night.
Bye.